We're all so obsessed with finding the perfect stock to buy. But what if that's not even the right question to be asking? Today, we're diving into the one thing that can totally make or break your entire investment strategy, your time horizon. So, are you a sprinter or are you in this for the long haul? Seriously, let's just cut through all the noise for a second. All the daily market chatter, the hot tips. There is one single foundational question that every single smart investment decision is built on. And if you're not asking it, you could be setting yourself up for failure. And here it is, the big secret. It has nothing to do with timing the market and everything to do with your timing. We're talking about your time horizon. That's just the amount of time you have before you actually need to use your money. Honestly, if you get this one thing right, you are already way ahead of the game. Okay, so this brings us to a really powerful way to think about your investments. You're either a sprinter, right, chasing those quick short-term gains, or you're a marathoner, patiently building wealth over the long term. And believe me, the answer to that question is going to shape every single decision you make from here on out. Let's just put a pin in this concept for a second, make sure we're all on the same page. Your time horizon is basically your investment runway. It's the amount of time you have before your plane, your money, needs to take off. The longer that runway is, well, the more ambitious your flight plan can be. So, the sprinter, they're a trader. They're probably glued to their screen, looking for those quick wins. But the marathoner, they're an investor. They're focused on the long game, just letting the incredible power of compounding do its thing. These are two completely different paths, two totally different mindsets, and you can bet they lead to two very, very different outcomes. But here's the thing. Your time horizon isn't just about what your goals are. It's also about your relationship with risk. In fact, time is probably your greatest secret weapon against the market's crazy ups and downs. Yeah, the sprinter is playing a seriously high-stakes game. They're trying to time the market, which, let's be real, is almost impossible to do consistently. One little misstep can be incredibly costly. It's a game of pure precision, and frankly, the odds are just not in your favor. The marathoner, on the other hand, has the ultimate luxury: patience. They can just ride out the market storms because they know that over the long term, the trend is their friend. Time is the great equalizer here. It turns all that scary short-term volatility into long-term growth. Just look at this. In the short term, say 1 year, the market is basically a casino. It's all over the place. But when you stretch that out over the long term, like 10 years, it becomes a weighing machine. This chart really shows how time just filters out all that noise, and what you're left with is the underlying trend of growth. The longer you stay in the game, the better your odds of winning. It's that simple. And this is really the key takeaway. A longer time horizon gives you this amazing risk-absorbing buffer. It's like a safety net. You can afford to take on more risk and aim for higher returns because you have so much more time to recover from any bumps in the road. This is exactly why you always hear that young investors should have more money in stocks. Okay, so we get the theory, but how do you actually put this into practice? How does your time horizon translate into a real-life, tangible investment strategy? Well, it all comes down to choosing the right tools for your specific journey. Think about it. The sprinter is a momentum chaser. They're looking for those quick pops in really volatile stocks. The marathoner, though, is more like a business owner. They're investing in solid companies with strong fundamentals and a long runway for growth. It's really the difference between just renting a stock for a little while and actually owning a piece of a business. Now for the most important part of this whole thing, figuring out your own path. And this isn't just some academic exercise, okay? This is the foundation of your entire financial future. It's time to get really honest about your goals, your stomach for risk, and your personal timeline. These are the questions that will absolutely define your investment journey. So be honest with yourself. There are no right or wrong answers here. There's only what's right for you. Your answers to these questions will basically create your personal investment blueprint, a roadmap to help you navigate the markets with real confidence. So what's it going to be? Are you going for the quick thrill of the sprint, or are you ready for the steady, compounding power of the marathon? The choice is totally yours. But whatever you do, make it a conscious one. Because in the world of investing, knowing where your finish line is, well, that's the very first step to winning the race.